pegging because I don't think they allow pegging as a name.
Sugundies.
No, what the fuck did you just say?
Sugundies. That's the we now have a fourth name. Mine is just gonna always be variations of being disappointed at this point, I think. It's all I'm allowed to do.
It's evolving. It's doing nothing but evolving.
I still need 2 more people to roll d20s for me. I do not have a Kuposhak or a Caitlyn last name. Oh, Tanamir. I did remember. I actually can't find her room, so I don't know. There she is. She's in the pink room. Tanamir. There we go.
How could you forget?
Because her last name comes up literally the least.
It's true.
Somehow, even though her family came up at one point.
I mean, we've avoided her family like the plague.
The rest of us don't have last
It's
name.
1 hour Spirit Away OST. Okay. I kind of dig that. Alrighty.
That works. I had a bunch of songs written down on a sticky note.
Oh, really? Find that sticky note. I need to see it.
Give
Well,
us a
it's on my clipboard. I keep it under all my papers so that
Oh my god. I thought you were gonna say Clit. It's under my
Give us a
clit.
safe room in the dungeons,
Sorry.
and then we can play Persona music in
No,
there.
we haven't started yet, so I can't give you psychic damage, but...
Well, I mean,
kill
the
you.
stream's already. It's crazy.
Of course it did. I'm glad it started in time for Suck on My Clit. Always the most out-of-pocket nonsense. Jake, are you here? Did you have to run to go do dog things? I bet this is the dog plot intersecting.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Why'd you say it like that,
I don't know.
I'm
Why,
sure it is.
Why did I say it like that?
Josh?
What's up?
Of what secret knowledge are you a possessor of?
Well, generally that if you go in the negative energy plane and you have a soul and you're not an undead.
Oh my god.
What,
It's gonna be one of those kind of nights.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Did you get your
I'm
monster?
I just cracked it open.
Are you so fucking ready
I
for
literally said it's gonna be one of those kind of nights and hit it like I was in an action movie.
Yeah, boy.
You have to hit something else. Where's your?
Oh, you mean you?
You mean? I mean. Yeah, let's go. Perfect. I actually have something, so we can do it at the same time.
While we wait for Jake.
Wow.
I feel like at random points during this session, you just have to go take a hit.
Okay, hold on. Let me grab a drink.
I can invoke taking a hit on
Yeah,
any party member.
It's a channeled. It's a channeled ability.
Well, we have people here who are sober, so that's not fair.
Every time
Sure.
you do a leveled spell,
I
you have
can
to
get
take
something.
a shot equal to that.
No, I mean by choice, not
Yeah, by choice.
not the condition.
There's no guns
Oh.
leveled to people's heads.
I'm gonna add the condition sober to 5th edition.
That's impossible. How could you do that?
Very easily.
You animal.
Invoke, take a
What?
hit.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
I just ran to get a drink.
What'd you get? What you drinking?
A Coke Zero.
The I'm not gonna say the drink of those who've given up, but like, don't you like happiness? There are
I mean,
happier
it's
things
fine.
than a Coke Zero. That's like saying I went and I got 1% milk and I'm drinking it straight. Like it's not even whole milk.
How I Met Your
I've
Mother.
never had whole milk.
What? Oh, because you're
Jake's
lactose
back.
intolerant.
No.
Jake's back.
Dawson
Jake.
has rolled.
Are you good, my son? Pepsi
Yeah.
Max is better than default Pepsi. I
I
haven't
think you
drank
mean
Pepsi enough.
Pepsi Max is better than default Pepsi.
Pepsi.
The way that I'm dyslexic and I didn't even notice that it was misspelled.
Pepsi.
It was all just letters at me anyway. I don't read them from start to finish. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Finish that start.
if everybody is here and everybody has their drink, Val, I know, did Val run to go get something?
What?
No, okay. Great, everybody's here. Can Malia please remind me what happened last time on Legend of the Lost Empire? It's been so long and I've forgotten. Please help me out.
Last time
Mm.
was Mage episode. I feel like it was a very, very Mage episode.
Very religious, yeah.
We were in New Desria, and Mage received a boon from Celestia, and was able to experience sensation and feelings. We spent the day hanging out, we did some shopping. Malia got an A-pod for Rhea.
Woo.
And we left New Desria and are on the way to the ruins.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
basically
there was also a pool episode, right? Like in the bath.
Everyone had
Yes.
baths.
There was a
Like it wasn't like really a bath episode because no one was actually washing.
it was mostly a get naked exercise, and
Get comfy with that, everyone. Yeah.
also I would like to reach back to the note that we ended on, which was amazing, which was Mage got called cute.
It was very cute. The whole
and
scene.
did- and had the most like Looney Tunes reaction, and it was amazing. Like it was so good.
Yeah,
I had this huge smile on my face the whole time it was
Malia
being
asked
described.
to see Mage's notes earlier. So they brought the notes to her room and wanted to say something but couldn't say something, tripping over their words a lot. And she kissed Mage on the cheek and told Mage they were cute. And then went to bed. Mage cast Fly and did a lap. At least one lap, at least.
Legally required with that much joy.
Yeah, we will be picking up the morning after everyone has had a long rest. As usual, I would imagine it is probably Caitlin and oh god, the other early riser is I always forget. It's Ku, but Ku's with Zeren, so I'm not sure if that would still stand true.
And then probably Adelante.
I mean, I would still get up because I like cooking breakfast.
Hey, early morning is when I pray.
Oh, Malia also cooked dinner last night.
Go with the spice.
Which yeah, and Mage continues to be miffed about people cooking in the mansion where everything is provided for you.
Practice makes
Why is there a
perfect.
kitchen in here?
Exactly. A stocked kitchen, no less.
Because there are unseen servants that cook.
Yes.
Yeah, but does it need to be like that?
I wonder. So I would imagine the unseen servants finish cooking before people start waking up in the morning, right? Ku's never competing with them for the oven space.
Imagine. Get out of the way.
Just
one,
yeah, pots and pans flying over your head, narrowly missing you.
The one unseen servant has the fucking Gordon Ramsay hair, and that's all you can see on it. But you hear, it's bloody fucking raw.
Fucking donut!
Fucking raw.
Idiot
You donkey!
sandwich.
Don't whistle at me. You look more like a dog than I do.
Who's whistling? Zaren would run. What's happening?
Breakfast.
Food.
Morning.
Hey, good morning.
Zarin is about to just jump up to the to the table, but he's like, no.
Feet on the ground, Zarin.
Feet on the ground.
And Rachel teleport.
Morning.
You sensed it. Oh yeah, of course. Because in his head he's like, I'm gonna jump, I'm gonna jump, I'm gonna jump.
Hey, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Food.
It's like it makes some quiche and everything.
Are we gonna eat here,
Right
or
upstairs.
at the other? Oh, okay, the other place. Do you need help carrying some stuff?
Yes, please. Does he see like an also invisible mage hand carrying like an extra plate as well?
No.
All right. Oh, you two are in here.
Morning.
Adelante, here! He gives you a bunch of
Look.
plates.
What? Why am I carrying this?
Because I'm carrying this pot. It's the singular sauce pot where the gravy's at.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
How about we trade?
And with that, he walks. What'd you say, Koo?
You.
Teamwork
Slowly.
makes the dream work.
Really slowly walk with them.
Zarin would poke her on her side, just to.
Stop! I'm gonna drop everything.
If you do that, we won't have food. We won't have food.
And whose fault would that be? Don't poke me. I'm carrying things.
Morning, everyone.
Sup?
Hey, good morning. Here's all the stuff. And
All
I'll
the
put it down.
stuff.
Lyanna attempts to snag one of the platters of eggs as it goes by.
Oh yeah.
I slap her hand. Wait,
No, you can't. Your hands, both your hands are full.
no! I want to slap her hand.
You try
know
and
what I
like
do?
maneuver out of the way at the last second. Lyanna snags it and she starts heaving her plate full.
Zarin would put gravy on Adelante's face.
He just splashed gravy on me.
Yeah,
I just woke
Hot
up in the morning.
gravy.
it's not that hot.
Smash.
You're serving cold gravy up in here?
Hell no.
Well,
Gonna be
Disrespectful.
hot.
Not boiling hot gravy.
it's not boiled. It's just warm.
It's
Just warm? Disrespectful.
Okay, he. Never mind. All right.
You're gonna splash hot gravy in my face?
Anyways, he doesn't do that. I take it back.
No, do it.
Gravy for breakfast.
Hot gravy.
Bread.
American
Baked bean.
food.
Singular baked bean.
It's
As an
biscuits and
American, I
gravy.
wish I had biscuits and gravy for breakfast
Yeah.
more often.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
But that shit makes you feel so fat after.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Shit on a shingle is not incorrect.
What?
Anyway.
It's creamed beef and bread.
Yeah.
Is that really what it's called?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's what we called it in the service.
Oh my
When you're out,
god.
because when you're out in the field, they have like the MREs that they add water to and they heat it up. And it literally looks like somebody shits on your fucking plate. You're like, cool.
I guess I'll eat this now.
Sustenance.
Oh, I always love that there's a suckling pig stabs a fork over down the table. Get some on her plate.
Leona,
No.
Stretches
do
unnaturally.
those gloves that you have,
Yeah.
they make you stronger, right?
Yes.
Does it mean you have to eat more than normal?
Not really. It's magical
You just-
empowerment.
You just really like food, huh?
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, that's kind of
That somehow you eat more than me and you're way skinnier and way more fit.
Maybe I work more than you do.
Hey, that's not fair. She like moves her. She like moves her.
You're the one that
sleeve.
started this.
She goes.
She
She moves her
waggles
sleeve.
the pork
I don't know.
thing at you.
She goes. I don't know, and she like
When's the
flexes
last
her
time you
arm.
used a healing spell?
Me?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, wow! I used the one after our last fight, you fuck. I win.
You hear that word after? I heard that word after.
Oh,
Is
come
it on
on.
yourself?
No, it was not on myself.
I don't get this joke, but it's fun teasing you.
Oh, come on. I'm showing you a fucking healing spell.
Yeah? One that I don't know?
What are you gonna heal me?
Shut up, Lamb.
Lyanna will grin and continue eating.
Eat your fucking eggs.
Maybe I'll eat your eggs too,
Oh,
since you're worried about how much I eat.
Whoa.
Oh.
I don't know you like that.
No, ew.
Are
In
they
front
at
of my
least
eggs. Come on.
fertilized?
In front of my head.
It's breakfast time. Don't be crude.
Hey, to be
And no,
fair.
Zoran.
No. Yeah, no.
Mm.
but also yes.
Okay, fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm gonna be doing more healing. I had a lot of thinking. And I rearranged some things.
Dope.
And so, just because I want to throw fireballs at things.
I mean, destruction's a lot of fun. He's got the zoomies.
I mean, if somebody wants to trade me and she'll hold up her staff that she's had this whole time.
I mean,
If you want to do more fireball stuff, this is like my big offensive option. But
right.
if you have something to do, you want to trade for it.
I
wouldn't
don't
be
really
opposed.
have anything worthwhile giving you for that. Well,
I don't know.
I mean, like,
We're
I don't
switching
have
around a
anything
bunch
you
of
would
stuff.
want.
Yeah, forbidden knowledge.
Yeah, I don't know if I have anything you'd really be wanting, you know?
I wanted to actually ask you guys something. I was kind of showing off a little bit yesterday in a way that I haven't in a while, because I got into the liquor when we
Yeah.
were before we got in the pool. You guys all seemed a lot more chill about the shape changer weird creature stuff than a lot of people I've been around.
Well, I mean, shape changers, that's kind of... There's two of them. Right here, next to you.
Yeah.
So... I'd be hypocritical to say anything, you know? I literally... swipe my face, look like her, do that, you know?
Yeah. Well, so I'm probably gonna be using my powers a little bit more, just so I don't freak. I just want to be sure I won't freak you guys out.
Nope,
You,
all perfectly fine.
you do know we
You've
met
been
a
holding that-
god like a week ago, right? Like,
She's been holding out on us this whole time.
Holding out is not the word that I would use. The wings that I gave Caitlin are still faster than I am on my own trying to fly.
Mhm.
But because I'm a hybrid, and she kind of squints one of her eyes slightly, and there's a ripping sound, and a large black raven wing pushes out of one of her shoulder blades.
Oh,
Does that
Yeah.
hurt?
No, but I have to focus to do just the. And there's another ripping sound, and the other one shoots out, and you see it's slightly smaller, and then over the course of about a minute, grows to match the other one. She kind of flexes them and then pulls them very tight against her back. They're not as big as if I use my arms, but they'll get me off the ground.
huh. Isn't that something? I wish I could copy that from people.
Bet you can.
Well, I mean, not really.
Do you guys notice that her face, while not, she doesn't have a beak, but her upper lip seems stiff and hard, as does her nose. She's looking around. It's almost like the only moving parts of her face are her eyes and her lower jaw.
You look almost like an Aarakocra.
Yeah?
Hey, quite
Very,
close,
very,
huh?
very bird forward. Yeah.
It's a lot more fleshy and less feathers.
I would just wish I could, like, use the cloak with my wings. Like, put the, like, if I could have absorbed the rock somehow, that would have been crazy.
Maybe.
But I don't absorb creatures. Not unless we meet another were creature, in which case I would have to let it bite me and then go on some kind of quest to find an amulet to combine with the one I already have.
Sounds really specific.
You sound
Yeah,
judgmental.
if I had a nickel, I'd only have 2 nickels, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Probably for the most beneficial ones, though. Wonder if there's were-zebras.
Never met one. Not even really a werehorse either.
We're fish.
Were-shark?
That's a thing?
What about a dolphin?
I thought that would be funny.
Dolphins are worse than sharks.
Oh no, I'm transforming into a terrifying animal. Turns into a cute dolphin on land. Struggles. What the like... Oh, how that would be menacing.
Yay, buffer.
Is okay.
So, Leona,
Dog
if
fun.
you were to bite me, right? Do I get were powers? Is it
No.
1? Is it 2?
Basically, no. I can't pass on my lycanthropy.
Uh-huh.
Not both at a time, definitely not. If I went full tiger and took off my amulet, I could pass it to you, but I can't pass the were raven. They conferred it to me with like this ritual when I got married.
That is
Oh,
interesting.
that's how you got married.
Yeah. It was it was this whole thing. I had to become raven kind to.
Are you married to a raven?
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Couple of birds, always chattering.
Love birds.
I miss Jillennith a lot. It's a good thing I have good company. Her eyes rove
Aw.
around the whole group.
Aww.
Do they settle on any specific someone? It's hard to say.
I hug her. She's next to me. I give her a little hug.
Give her a one-arm hug. She will
Yeah.
playfully jab at you with the fork.
Ah! No!
Poker.
It's my
Poker.
one weakness.
We're like a couple days from the vampire, right?
Supposedly.
Not that far.
So we're gonna try to talk to him, because if he does the thing he did last time and just hides in an orb where we can't get him, we're gonna be fucked again.
Yeah, that was pretty
Well-
annoying.
What do we have in terms of removing big globes of magic?
Make big globes.
Mage, I think you're our only resource in that department. I
Mage
don't
looks up from their book. When did you get a wing?
Just now. Like
Just
5 minutes ago. I grew them myself. You like them? She'll flex them outwards. Zaren over by the table, you're far enough back that she doesn't immediately see you. You get an eye swipe on by your head, or the wingtip swipe by your head.
What? He would turn around like to like swat it, and he's like, "What the hell?" Turning around like, "What?"
Oh,
What?
sorry.
Oh no! He would go up and investigate you.
Yeah, she has probably a 10-foot wingspan. Very, very jet black raven wings. But
So-
what? Yeah, Duran, do you know how to break magic spheres? Is that an untold talent that you have? You good boy.
He puts his hand on his chin. I can punch it. I can try punching it.
That's an idea.
You know what? We'll keep that one on the back burner.
Yeah.
I think the biggest
Alright.
pain is that he'll probably teleport away.
But I think we should talk to him first.
Or
What do
try
we-
to.
I can help with charming things if we know we're going to go into it. I can start a performance that'll be hard for him to charm you through, but you have to stay close to me.
Counter charm. What a bard.
I also just remembered that Lyanna has cutting words, and I've literally used that not once in this whole campaign.
Never, never.
Well, because I'm always handing out. I'd rather give her bardic inspiration to you guys
Yeah.
than use a cutting words on my own character. It just feels like, yeah, I don't want to manufacture a game where I'm playing against myself and you guys are just watching. That's dumb. Plan is here by your guys' request.
I have a question, though. If your guys' character sheets, like, why is everything white and black?
You turned on
Hmm?
dark mode accidentally?
On the sheets? That's the thing on the sheets?
Dark mode affects the Roll20 and the sheet. Yeah.
Mhm.
I love
Oh,
I love the dark mode sheets. They're awesome. It's my favorite.
I feel like it was a different color before. I don't know. It might be crazy.
Yours just might not have ever done your character
Yeah.
sheets until now.
Huh.
Roll20 fucky. Anyway,
So wait. So you guys know the vampire already?
Well,
We
some of
fought
us
the
do.
vampire.
Yeah, he kind of
Once.
put, some creepy sucking on a few of us.
he was kissing like most of the women. I avoided it because I don't truck with that.
Yeah.
Molly looks
Uh,
really concerned.
Yeah, he was.
Adelante also looks concerned. She wasn't there for that. She was like,
Yeah, Petra
what?
got kissed. Caitlyn got kissed.
I've talked about this before. Yeah, he was a bit weird, but we sort of don't really know what side he's on anymore. Should we just talk to the first vampire we see and say, hey, we want to talk to your boss about Jacob and see what he says?
Hopefully they're reasonable.
Because if we just walk in and kill every vampire, he's just going to leave before we get to him.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you guys seem more familiar.
Well, the
I-
kissy part, yeah.
I did just buy this thing and I pull out the new lantern. This will keep like low level undead away. Probably not the vampires, but last time they had like these shadow monsters. It'll probably work on them. So if you're in danger, just stand near me. Actually, that applies to like always. If you're in danger, stand near me.
Alright, so it sounds like Caitlyn and I are gonna be standing shoulder to shoulder. And I guess we should arrange everybody else around us.
Yes, that works.
I can be in the front. I'll take everything.
Yeah. You in the front. But maybe not everything. Everything.
Our good meaty boy.
Gotta protect my friend.
I know. Just have a little bit of self-preservation. Just a little bit.
Oh, that's what you're for.
Yes, that's like just try not to get hurt if you can avoid it.
Of course.
She might have to pray for you if you do.
Pray.
So talking with the vampire, what's that supposed to accomplish though?
How well do you think that's gonna go?
Horribly.
Mm.
But at least it's an idea.
Either we talk to him and can maybe get a chance to fight him before he escapes, or because if we just kill the vampires, he'll just leave.
We can try and get close
Well,
to him.
But
He
also,
didn't
if
exactly teleport out last time though.
he used the orb and
He
sort
doesn't
of
have.
fucked it. Well, I'm
Yeah.
assuming there's a Jacob orb there. Where
Well, he doesn't
is.
have his amulet anymore, does he? Or does he still have it?
No, he's the one.
He's
with
got the
orb.
last amulet.
Ah,
All right, correct me if I'm wrong here. We know Albus and his people had something to do with this.
Mm-hmm.
Albus recruited the beginning of this near where the orb was eventually found. As far as we've heard, there haven't been any like earthquakes or anything here.
Mm-hmm. That we know of.
That we know of. So what if they're doing something else?
They're pulling the orb's power and putting it into him. I don't know, but working theory.
I don't know. My other theory is that if he didn't work with Albus's group or Celestia, then maybe he works for the demon.
That too.
The old Velixar?
Yes, Felixar.
Who knows? So the problem with asking to go in peacefully is that we'll then be completely surrounded.
I could always try and stay to, the shadows, but, stinky vampire probably smells my blood.
We could ask him to come outside.
Probably talk to us from the wall? If there is a wall? Maybe a door. We can try and hash it out and get a better idea of what he's even trying to do with it, and if it's like super evil bad shit, stop it.
I mean, it can't be good.
Wasn't good the first time.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. Number one goal, get his amulet.
Pretty much.
What's our in? What do we offer this vampire? What do we say so that we can get to the table? If that's gonna work.
Hey, we found your favorite blood bag?
oh god.
You remember that paladin of war you made out with a couple months ago? She wants to talk to you.
Yeah, she realizes she never got your number.
Oh my god, we found this hot girl at a party and she would not stop talking about you.
Said you give the greatest hickeys.
Jesus. Jesus, Lord and God.
Don't worry.
I
he
do
can't
just
say
genuinely think he would be interested in talking to us because we have the other amulets.
no. Mhm.
Probably. Or he'll try to kill us, in which case, we just do what we have to do. But I don't know. I'm not against giving it a shot if we can get closer to him.
Gets us closer, further in, or at least confirm or deny if he's even there. Or, well, he would be there because of the compass, but, you know.
Yeah.
Might even show a few of his, bigger plays. Things that he might have on the, up and up.
Alright, this peaceful piano music is starting to hurt my head. That's good.
Kalen is ready to leave the magnificent mansion.
Hell yeah.
Alright, let's get going.
Refresh your spell, and let's go.
Alright, unless there's anything else people need to do in the mansion. Correct me if I am wrong.
Refreshing the spell that I've been working on, and done.
Hell yeah. What travel pace would you all like to select for today?
Instant transmission.
Instant transmission. I don't believe you've unlocked that particular skill yet. You have to travel to another planet
Damn.
and have a one-off episode that is technically listed as filler.
Damn it, that's like 8 episodes long. We don't have that much time.
Travel pace, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, everybody in between. Fast.
Montage.
My
Fast,
vote doesn't
yeah.
count because I already moved 3 times faster than everyone else.
Normal.
Normal. All right, we have 2 votes fast, 1 vote normal, 1 vote abstain.
Who's wanting to move fast?
Ku and Adelante.
Why?
Oh, why?
But you're not gonna keep up? We were moving fast
We
on
are-
the other days, just fine.
Hold it, Ku. In the most polite way I can tell you, I do not think that is logical. We're about to enter, the hive, the nest. We should have more preference on our whereabouts.
Caution, tactic, guile, skullduggery.
That's for you, Adelanta. I don't understand why you wish to go fast when you always complain about having to walk anyways.
She's
Should be
heard
easy
about
on
the
your feet.
hickeys.
And maybe I want to get the job done now. Maybe I'm a little bit impatient.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Alright then, a normal pace. Keep the watch
Fine.
up.
Normal.
Vigilant.
All right. Ku, you said you were gonna be keeping a watch for the party for today.
Hell yeah.
All right.
I would also like to keep a watch.
All right. Please, both of you, give me straight up perception checks as you
Straight
guys
up.
follow the old road from New Desria to the ruins of
Oh.
Desria.
That was a 9.
All right. As you set out for the day, you find yourselves following a very old road, and the farther out from New Desria that you go and the more you walk, the fewer farms and individual homes or side roads you see. And as you go farther and farther, the finished road goes to hard packed dirt, goes to muddier and more riven ground, and then the mud seems to dry as it is not as used, and as you're approaching the end of the day, the road is almost completely overgrown. While you're not encountering trees or massive blockages in the path, it is overgrown with knee, or in Ku's case, chest high grass in many places. And you can see that continuing forward tomorrow is going to require more navigation than you have needed most of the time while traveling in this country. With a 9 and a 17 perception check, both Mage and Ku are on the lookout, and while Ku doesn't notice anything particular, Mage, you pick up on the fact that as you go, the forest becomes thicker, yes, but it also almost unnaturally seems to become darker. There's no real rhyme or reason for it. You've never seen a tree just innately look menacing, but there is something about them that reminds you of a more romantic novel series in the way that they describe certain things, inanimate objects, as having intent, emotion. It's a little disconcerting, especially for Mage, I think, because there's nothing immediately obvious that you're like worried about. It's just something you pick up on.
I look around at my human ranger companion heir to the throne of Gondor and my dwarven compatriot and say something about these being the lands of the dead. I don't remember the direct quote before they enter.
The tree.
The mountain pass.
Oh,
It's just made by those who are dead, and the dead keep it.
dead keep it. The way is shut. I thought you were talking about when they were going into the forest. I thought you were gonna say, "This forest is old, very old."
What was your mom?
Darn.
Oh!
Full of memory, like your mom.
You just hear out in the distance. Oh!
Bird, Red Robin.
What the
Yo!
I would like to stop the party, turn to Kaylin,
At what
and
point?
ask her. Probably around the time I'm beginning to notice the bending of the nature,
Okay.
or the manipulation of nature.
Say about 20 miles, maybe 6 hours into walking.
Caitlin, are you able to sense if there has been any sort of manipulation within these grounds? As if there may be a hollowed effect in this woods.
Sort of. I'll get off my horse.
I can't believe we're all walking and Kaylin's on the fucking horse.
Imagine me not having a horse.
With Liana.
Oh yeah,
Um,
is Liana welcome on the horse?
Always. Right?
Just usually on the horse, but that was when
Yeah.
we were in the desert. It's up to her.
If she doesn't have to walk, she's not going to.
Up, down, and I will cast. Not cast. Use my aura. Fuck, what's it called? Divine Sense.
You sense, searching outwards around you for the divine. What specific things does divine sense do?
I'm
once
pasting
again?
it. For some reason I don't have it on my roll. My roll 20. Let me add that.
Can't believe it. As an action, detect good and evil. Until next turn, you can sense anything affected by the hallowed spell or know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. Hallow spell. You do not sense the hollow spell. or any fiends or undead or celestial within 60 feet of you.
A mage. Nope.
God, your divine sense sucks.
Yes. At this point, you'd still be
See,
about
you
40
don't
miles.
sensing anything.
I pointed out the trees. My keen mind is more divinity than what you've given us.
The trees look funny. Wow, they get back on my horse.
Let's keep moving.
All right. You all continue to ride through, or walk, I apologize. Walk throughout the rest of your day. Eventually, as true night begins to set, the darkness of the forest consumes you. And it is hard, even from standing in the middle of the quote unquote path, that the trees are so grown together that it's difficult to pick out the stars and even the moon through the thickened canopy.
How much you want to bet if we slept on the ground here, it would choke us?
I begin casting Magnificent Mansion.
Thank you.
Alrighty. You cast Magnificent Mansion. Everyone moves into the Magnificent Mansion. You are once again safe and protected and in an extra dimensional thing. And it's very hard to get in here if you don't have mage's permission. Nigh impossible. Technically, you can plane shift into it, but they would have to have specific knowledge of it. It's not.
They would also need my permission to enter
Yes.
my house. Vampire rules.
Yes.
We just leave the door open. They're like, hey, can you let us in?
Fuck off!
Alright, I need a bowl.
A bowl.
There's a present for. No, I'm kidding. There's a present for Zarin in his room. It fits in his hand.
Oh no!
Huh?
I'll be back, guys.
Gotta go do a thing.
Wait, can't you see everything that goes on in here?
You guys don't know that.
Yes, we do. You've said it several times. You've warned everyone multiple times.
You guys know that.
Yawn. Long day.
Honk shmee.
Long day. Yes.
Oh,
I go into my room.
$7.20 split. Go.
Is that ritual cooking?
Nope, she's literally performing a ritual.
She's making a potion where you just open the fridge and pull out all of the condiments and liquids and mix them together.
She's basically making a potion.
The eggs need to go in last.
Put a
Nothing's
bunch of
going
water in the
first.
bowl and
It's the best
poured
base.
silver in it and is concentrating on it for an hour.
Oh, ooh. Are you performing a ceremony by any
Yes.
chance?
Some
Hell
sort
yeah.
of ceremony, if you will.
Some sort of ceremony.
I would imagine that there's some sort of words that you would need to speak over it to create, to bless this water. What do you think the blessing for a paladin of war might be? Is it could be, and it could be something as simple as by the power of war, you know. Just murmured again and again, a prayer, a chant, an incantation. Something that
By
you
the
can repeat.
power of Grayskull.
That's exactly what I was going for, yeah.
Oh! I run a lap on the hallway.
clank, 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 clank,
I
clank.
stop
clank,
here and I
clank,
run back and forth.
clank, 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 clank. You
I don't know what it would
what's it
be.
called? Side
You,
to side jumps.
In your little running cutscene, you'll see in the top left, Mage will remember this.
God.
It
Your
could-
good night's rest is
It's
in the palm of my hand.
like
What about my life for war
fuel for the
again?
flames of war.
May you be kindling for the flames of war.
Hmm, hmm.
My life for war.
I bang on the door.
What the hell?
Oh my god.
What? Hello?
Hello, is anyone there?
There's no answer. I would have been ran. I would have been ran off.
What
Clank,
the
clank,
hell
clank,
was
clank,
that
clank,
sound?
clank, clank,
I,
clank,
run,
clank, clank.
I sprint away. I'm already down.
Malia is like, what the fuck? And you blow by her.
Ouch! I just zoom faster.
Everybody coming out of their
What
room.
happened?
to
What
see
the
her.
fuck?
I run in here. I go all the way down. I
What
cut inside
happened?
here. I teleport.
Jeez.
Boom.
What
Lost
if you
her.
ran past 2 teleporters to get to that one? Now you're in the game room.
What?
I have no idea.
If you all wish, I can just dispel the mansion and recast it without her.
Oh. Mage.
Are you guys shouting this, or is this in a pod group chat?
A pod group chat.
Is
what the
Liana
fuck?
in the pod group chat?
But did we add her new phone? She got a new phone, right? Yeah.
New phone,
Yeah.
who this?
I think not only is Liana in it, but we just have the tendency to just add everybody in it. So I wanna
Alphonse
say-
is also in it.
Yes, and I also want to say
It's
maybe
just an
Mage added Rhea. Maybe
I don't think Mage has her number.
Mage was there when the exchange happened. Well, no,
That's-
because Malia
yeah.
put it in herself.
Malia specifically is the only one who has her number. Because she
So
is
then,
trying
yeah,
to shield her
Adelante-
from all of you.
Adelante's also in the group text.
Alright, it's just in the all party chat. Like, can we do this? Liana will just send the entire spell text for Feeble Mind with a question mark after it.
No,
Mage
no.
asks, Mage asks to put it on a scroll so they can learn it.
She replies with a thumbs up and then a clock. How
I
long
just
does
go-
it take to make an 8th level spell scroll?
Fucking years.
Excuse me.
Gee.
1 day to 48 work weeks, and the cost is between 15 to 250,000 GP,
Oh my.
Woof duh.
depending on the level of spell.
So yeah, at 8th level you'd be looking at 50,000 GP and 20,000 days.
Holy
Or
shit.
no, not 20,000, just 2,000 days. Sorry.
Yeah, casual like 8 years.
Damn.
Woof.
Woof woof. Oh.
I'm sorry, guys.
Xanathar says it's 160 work days.
Let me look at Xanathar's then. Well, I'll. Is it work days or work weeks? Because I think Xanathar's
Work days, 32 work weeks.
Ah. Okay. Well, I mean, she can get started on that.
Chance to get correct spell, 60.13%. Oh my god. You need 4 scrolls to get 100% or 95% certainty with an 8th level spell. You need to do it 4 times.
Good gods.
Jesus Christ.
32 work. Fuck.
Did Zarin want something?
No. That
Which goes back to
conversation
the-
will have to wait for another day. Saren is just gonna eat.
Alright.
Hey guys.
Adelante is sweaty,
Ugh.
running
you
in
sweaty?
full armor.
I was
Sniff,
running.
sniff.
What are you?
Caitlin's just mumbling to herself with her eyes closed, hover handing a bowl full of water.
Yeah, you should take that. Do you want to take a bath together? We should go. I'll see you there.
He just leaves. I don't even get to say anything. He just leaves.
Yeah, he jumps in.
It's not even a bath, it's just a pool now.
Yeah.
A communal splash bath.
Alright. It sounds like this night kind of passes quietly.
Very.
Caitlin, are you gonna perform the ceremony more than once?
No, I only need to do it once.
Okay. How much water? Oh, it's just one vial at a time.
One vial, because I already have one other vial. And then
Okay.
I've just got to combine it with a wheel.
Okay.
Which, I don't know, probably doesn't take a ceremony spell, I assume.
No,
Just-
it's just
Slowly mix it together.
essentially, yeah, just time. Yeah, if you've ever made a tincture, it's basically you just put it together and every couple hours you shake it. Okay. Then, unless there's anything people would like for me to know about, we will pass to the next day.
Hell yeah.
Morning will arrive. Breakfast is made and served. You guys once again find yourselves sitting around the breakfasting table.
Give a refresher in the morning.
This time, Saren is just going to eat sweets.
Only candy.
Only cake.
Only cake, pie, candy, chocolate, whatever.
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Saren sees Adelante and he's like,
What?
Hmm.
What?
Hmm.
Do I got something on my face? Like,
Your
Did you-
whole ass face.
Did you forget something last night, Adelante?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, I was in the room when he suggested it.
Oh, eh, don't worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Banana.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on.
he walks
Okay.
over and sits next to Caitlin.
Oh,
And eats.
I offer you a banana.
Somebody.
He would eat it out of your hand,
what the hell?
or he'll take a bite out of it, like,
Is
through
it?
the
Is it?
peel,
Is no?
Is it peel?
and then just take it out the peel.
You can eat the peel of a banana. It's actually really good for you.
Really? And then he just puts it back in his mouth.
Yeah, it
What
doesn't
the-
say that eating grass is good for you. It's roughage, but jeez.
I don't think eating grass is good for you. Banana skins are full of like nutrients and stuff.
Ugh. I've now found the worst way to open a banana.
Do you eat bananas? Do you eat bananas like that, Jake?
fuck no.
bite the end off, and chew through it, then unwrap it and eat the
Full
the actual
vanilla
fucking
style.
banana part.
Every day I grow a little bit more.
Now I want banana.
Yeah, you do? Want a banana?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go get one.
You want a banana? I'll make you hand one off the table and towards him. Banana?
Banana.
Thanks.
I once
Opens
saw an
it the
improv show
normal
where
way.
somebody only said banana the whole time.
I'll mage hand squeeze the bottom of it so it shotguns the banana out at you.
Oh,
Zarin would laugh.
I catch it in my
You-
teeth.
yeah. I mean, it is only 10 pounds of force, so it doesn't fly. But it it basically you catch it.
You
Redact.
would catch it.
Redact
wouldn't
my
you?
laughing.
He's so mad.
Grumpy
Could
puppy.
have said no.
You didn't even let me say
Could have
anything.
said no or yes.
You ran off
You never showed up.
because I have a piece
Zaren's
snack.
crying into Caitlin's arms.
Oh, come on. Stop trying.
How could you be so cruel?
I'm not. You ran off without saying it. I couldn't even get a word in.
Didn't even follow after him.
I was
Can't
busy
believe it.
doing other things.
Running around, knocking on my door at night, sweating with your massive butts.
Excuse me.
Massive.
I'm sorry. Like,
Wisdom save.
It's a good day.
oh my god.
No.
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 Very bad. No,
No
good
one
rotten
wants
day.
me.
Oh my god.
This is certainly a morning.
I'll grab like a bunch of sweets off the table and walk over like here. Take this. I'm sorry.
Zarin
okay?
jumps over the
Oh
table.
my goodness.
Mage is going to clap their book shut and stand up, having finished eating.
Well, I stand up and get to a position where I won't fall over.
Lana falls out of her chair trying to do the same.
I purposely
recommend-
burst to roll.
I'd recommend you hurry up and finish your meals. I plan on dispensing. The mansion.
Stops as much food in my mouth. Okay.
You gotta
Thumbs
finish
up.
chewing. You have to
Oh.
finish chewing, or it will disappear.
It'll turn to dust in your mouth.
Chug.
Yeah. And chews as fast as he can, and then finish it off with a glass of orange juice, and done.
We're gonna go. Meow.
Leafs.
Leaps and bounds.
Alrighty. You all file out, Mage closing the magnificent mansion behind them. You once again stand in the dark forest, though the morning sun does stream through, somewhat lessening the visual effect, especially as dark as it was last night.
Morning trees.
Good morning, Koo. No.
They're ants, don't worry.
I'm not upset that they know how to speak. I'm more upset they know my name.
Normal pace.
We all know. Okay.
Yeah.
Is everyone all still alright with that?
Marching right along.
Fine by me.
It's fine.
I'm actually going to do something preemptively.
Alright.
Hey.
Is anyone on watch, on lookout today?
Yes.
I could do it.
Two people can choose to do it. Okay, Mage and Kuposhak.
Who has no
Dang.
fucking bonus?
That's right.
Who just wants to do it?
Never said I was good at it.
Who's just
Yeah.
naturally suspicious, yeah.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be
Be
suspicious.
suspicious. Don't be
Don't be
suspicious.
suspicious.
Don't
Don't be
be
suspicious.
What the hell?
As you're all walking, having set out on this path, you encounter the first indication of, well, what the ruins are like. Mage and Ku spot it before you are in any danger, but as you're walking through the forest, you can see that there is a hard line where the path seems to glitter and shimmer like water. And then as you take a closer look, the blue-green or green-white glittering pieces are not the water reflecting the meager light, they are shards of glass and crystal. And as you look further in, you can see that the ruins, the stone structures, are all half built as if the tops of them have been broken off. And someone or some power carefully arranged this glass and crystal to cover the path entirely. This is shortly after your midday meal, as you're about 15 miles into today's trek. This is what you see.
Oh shit.
Hmm.
Bushes.
Green.
No.
You are currently standing on this road of crystal. Much of it seemingly rounded down, but there are pieces that still glint and show their sharpness.
I think Zarin would like kneel down, not kneel down, but like squat down and pick out like a pretty crystal and put it in
Yeah.
his pocket.
Imagine if like the Emerald City from Oz got smashed. That's what these pieces look like. So yeah, there's absolutely beautiful pieces that look like they were part of walls or windows, or it's hard to say. But you guys have all been told about the massive towers of the ruins of Desria. Something that New Desria has eschewed.
Yeah. Zarin would continue to walk and be like, look at this shiny.
It's quite a sparkly road.
Yeah. It's actually very nice.
Hmm.
But let's be careful not to walk out too far, you know.
Right.
Does this appear to be hurting Ruin's feet?
Ruin is shod, I believe.
Fair worry.
Whoa. Bush.
Yeah.
You know?
Bushy tail.
Yeah.
Do you like that in a feature?
Is it good? Are you gonna pee on it?
It doesn't bother me.
What's with the P?
Cool, look at this stuff.
Hold on,
Adelante.
guys. Oh.
As you
Oh,
are walking forward, you turn around from laughing at the Red's comment.
no.
Molly, would you move back to where you were?
Hmm.
When a gigantic form catches the corner of your eye, standing perfectly still, with a sword longer than you resting on the ground next to it, is a gigantic skeleton. And as it shifts, you see it more clearly.
Oh god.
Plated in old armor, ancient but still somehow seeming stronger for it rather than weakened. This thing very, very gently moves, suspiciously silently. The only indication that this is not a statue being the sweep from side to side of its red, glowing flicks of light that house in the eye sockets. Not eyes, not lights from within, simple pinpricks that float there. And as you look up to see them, they spin to see you. And all of you hear the grinding sound as the tip of this, there's nothing to call this but a great sword, is pulled out from between the stones. And then you hear it again from further south beyond the wall. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Good job
Fuck.
of being in front. You got this.
What?
And I was just looking at this
no.
rock.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Oh fuck, Lyanna. Alright, Seren, Caitlyn, Adante, Mage, Ku, Malia. That's 6 players, that's 2 them, and 1 Lyanna. Excellent. Alright, Zeren, I believe as this thing shifted, it came into view for you as well.
Yeah.
You are up first. What would you like to do?
Call of the hunt.
Call of the hunt. You rage.
Oh.
Ooh, what? How you remember how that works now? You can tell me, please.
Yeah. So everyone has to accept, or if they want to, they have to be willing to accept like pretty much the buff.
Who is it? How many people are you're? It's up to a certain number of people.
I believe it's 3. Was
Okay,
it
so
3?
which 3 people are you gonna pick?
It'll be Adelante, Cool, and Malia.
All right,
Hell yeah.
Gimme.
all right. You guys all gain what type of dice is it?
It is
D6, D4.
D6.
You get a D6 of extra damage you can add once per turn, and Zeren in turn you get 3 times whatever for however many temp hit points.
Yeah, 15.
Dope. You rage. You are now raging. What would you like to do?
Move up.
Okay.
Move up. It's still like kind of blocking. I can't see it from here.
Yeah, there's a big wall here next to you.
Okay. Move up here. Let's see.
Hello.
And, hi. He's like
It
trying
doesn't say
not
hello.
to.
That's
It
me.
doesn't. I don't know. I know. So like my character, Zeren remembers that they want to try to talk. She's like, "Hey, I don't want to attack you. We just need to speak. Can we speak?" And then, does it react any sort of way? Still hostile?
It is still actively repositioning its greatsword to better bring it down. This greatsword is probably 10 feet long.
Ooh, okay. Doesn't look like you want to talk. And then
As you say that, lightning seems to begin to crackle up and down the blade.
Oh no.
and I will attack.
All right. Both of those are going to hit.
Okay.
All right. The first one is actually going to do 20 damage to this skeleton. So that is a total of 31 damage. As you slash and slam into probably the shin bone of this giant skeleton.
Damn. The shin?
The shin.
Oh.
You could
Ooh.
probably reach the knee, because you're tall. Well, no, you're not. Adelante's the tallest.
Yeah. If I move right now, can it opportunity attack me?
Probably. I don't know.
That-
I've never played 5th edition. I'm not sure.
I'll say.
It's a distinct worry. Okay.
Yes.
All right, we'll go to Kuposhak. Ms. Ku.
Double checking. The defender's dial is in action, right?
I believe so. It should say on the dial.
Does not.
It does not. Defender's dial. Let's say it's a bonus action.
Alright. And I will gladly turn the strange circular measure on the side of her hip as she's turned the belt sideways to lightning, seeing the sparks arcing off of this skeleton's weapon.
Excellent.
And then we are going to get that hustle and shuffle and go for that good old rock on that boy.
Alrighty.
Sling it.
27 is definitely gonna hit.
And stack on that bludgeoning.
Good lord. 50, so 100 damage. Slams into this skeleton, slamming out a gigantic piece of the pelvis and spine, and blowing a good chunk of this scrap armor that was once magnificent but is now merely a remnant of times past.
And especially since I had managed to strike it that way, I believe I should. It still works on this one. So, push it back 5 feet. Back into the ruins.
Alrighty.
I have stacked on the bonus damage in there, thank you.
Alrighty. Okay. 5 feet back. There's no size thing on that. Real David and Goliath moment. Okay, is that gonna be you, Ku?
That is me.
Alrighty. Malia! You cannot see this thing.
I cannot see this thing.
You saw Ku fire directly east. Or west. Excuse me.
Okay, I'm gonna move forward slowly so I can try to see this thing. What the fuck?
There's a wall there.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a big wall here.
big ball.
It's right in front of me, right here.
Just
Eric's
point.
just pointing.
That's like callouts in video games. Yo, he's right there.
Gosh.
Dude, he's right there. He's one shot. He's
Where's
one
he?
shot.
Where? Right there.
Right there.
Okay, this is
It's gonna be.
right. I'm trying to move Joe so I can freaking see it.
Hell yeah.
Is this chunk of like crystal directly in like blocking me, or
This is a tree.
it's a tree?
This green thing is a tree.
Okay.
What you're walking on this pathway is the crushed crystal.
Okay.
What
Like-
it's standing in is the ruins of what was once a tower. This is like the foundations here, these walls.
Okay. I still don't have a clear shot, huh?
I mean, can you see it? You
I
should be
can.
able to see it.
I
Yeah.
can't. I can see it through the tree. Can I
Yeah.
shoot it? Can
The
I
tree is
attempt to
narrow.
shoot it?
The tree. These are all. You'll note that these are within the city limits. These are all young growth trees, not nearly filled with the age that the others that you've been passing through have been. You can absolutely see past it. It's not going to provide cover either way for you or it.
Okay.
12 is unfortunately going to miss as it goes wide. But a 20 will hit. Definitely. Ooh,
Ah, ooh.
6 is
Damn.
also going to miss. Crit fails always miss. but give me that 11 force damage. Which it is not too happy about. You blow another chunk of scrap armor off of its arm and several of its fingers on one of the hands.
Is there
So it's
bonus
not looking
damage
good.
or?
Not for force.
Okay.
Oh, okay, okay.
All right. Well, that's it.
Alrighty. This thing is going to raise the sword up, and you all see that it was not positioning it to strike, it was positioning it to be able to hold directly above its head. And as it crackles with lightning, a bolt strikes upwards from the sword into the heavens, and then almost directly down on our friend Malia.
Oh,
I need Malia, Zeren, Ku, and Adelante to make dex saves against lightning strike.
oh, fucking hell.
Hey!
Shwing.
Oh.
This is your opportunity to use your once per session before I give damage.
Take mine.
Malia,
Take mine.
Malia,
Take mine.
take Zeren's.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you.
everyone except Adelante succeeds.
Yeah, I knew I was gonna
What?
fail.
So for those that succeeded, unless your name is Ku, you take 30 lightning damage.
Oh my fucking god!
Adelante, you're going to take 61 lightning damage.
We called it last night.
Really did. Really did.
Oh my god, no! No,
Wait, what?
no, no.
Oh, then I was gonna die?
You're gonna get fucked up.
And it's going to step outwards menacingly, and then you watch as it holds its massive greatsword in one hand, Zeren, and it reaches towards the wall above your head, and in one hand grabs a giant chunk and holds it in its offhand as if it's preparing to throw it. We'll go to Lyanna, who's gonna say, "Do you want me on the horse or on the ground?"
Not on the horse.
Not on the horse.
I'm gonna look for the other one.
Hey, healer!
Whatever.
Here's the pick me up. Get back in there, champ.
Gee, thanks. I appreciate it.
That's gonna be for 26 healing. 4th level cure wounds. No, get in there! And she says, and you take a bardic inspiration as well.
Yay! Oh my god. What is it? Hers is
Mage.
D8s now, right?
Hers are D12s now.
Oh fuck. Okay, bet.
She's dope. Yeah. Why can't I see Mage's health bar?
It blends in
What
perfectly
the
with the
fuck?
robe.
It does not. That's not what's happening.
Full health, baby.
You know, funny. The best part about that is I do have a lot of HP, so I'm still like generally not terrible.
It's gonna be Mage, my boy.
My boy.
My boy,
My
my
boy.
son, my only son.
Firebolt. Who are you targeting with a firebolt?
I can't see the other guys, so just this one.
Alrighty. 11 fire damage will mantle across the skeleton. It is already bloodied. It is very hurt at this point. It's dreading the start of Ku's next turn.
Woohoo, that's me. Hee
Alrighty.
Fly right across the floor.
I would like to fly this
No,
land upwards.
No. Actually, I'm gonna do something first.
Uh-uh.
In fact,
Ambush.
yes.
Even with my 15 passive perception.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That was a 23.
So,
Caitlin, the wall next to you seems to gain form and shape as a creature of bone and skin seems to come out of the meager shadows there with 2 large claws and attempts to grab you and Ruin with each of them. You first, 15.
No.
And then Ruin next with a 16.
Probably. Its AC keeps getting removed, but I think it's 12. It's 12.
Ooh, okay. He is going to wrap his arms around and grapple the
No, he's not.
the Ruin. He's going to re-roll with disadvantage.
Dude, I don't
That's a
think.
26.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way anything ever misses Ruin. But it's Ruin. So,
It's worth a try.
It was worth a try. It was very good. It's going to grab and pull Ruin up to 10 feet closer to itself. So it's going to pull you and Ruin to the ground right here, though it is only grappling Ruin. While grappled in this way, it can't hit anything else with that hand, though. And that's going to be that thing. So now it's you, Caitlin. As you were trying to fly up into the sky, horrible clawed hands reach out from the shadows.
well, something came to me instead. It's fine by me. Does Ruin count as a threatening target? Like, if I go here, would I have advantage?
Sure.
He can
I mean, that's
fight,
one
but
of
he
that's
usually
one of the
doesn't
benefits.
fight.
I mean, he's being grappled. He's part of
Okay.
the fight.
I'll use.
Like, you
Oh,
guys are allowed to
my-
have pets, but if they come into combat with you, then yes, they're combatants and stuff. So that's
Half my movement to dismount,
okay.
and then both them
Alrighty.
swinging on the boy.
Swing low.
I'm gonna assume this is an undead creature.
You could easily assume that the chattering, skull-like face of this creature is undead. Yes.
Yeah.
13 is not going to hit, nor is a 15.
Jeez.
It reaches up with its gigantic hand and nimbly blocks your Blood Drinker twice.
Maybe I shouldn't have swung so hard.
Is that going to be you?
Even if I go over here, I can't get within 10 feet of anyone. So sure. Let's stay here.
Alrighty. There's a clomp, and then a thomp, and then several meaty, heavy stomps as another of these gigantic skeletons comes from around the wall here. And it's gonna notice that a bunch of you are still grouped up.
GG.
Oh no.
Yeah, this time centered on Adelante. We're
No,
going to
no.
get another lightning strike as this one raises its sword up to the heavens.
Oh fucking hell. Okay.
Its grab attack did do damage to Ruin. Did I not give that to you?
GG.
That was 20 piercing and 8 necrotic. 28 total.
Oh my god. Let me
Mage
reroll.
Adelante, would you like to use your once per session?
Yeah.
Malia, I also need a dex.
Oh my god. Okay.
GG.
This is
Oof.
terrible.
I regret
Oh.
last night's
That's rough.
conversation.
Oh, good lord. Okay. Ku, you were not in this one.
Wasn't sure.
So, Adelante, Mage, and Mali are going to fail. Leona will save.
Oh.
So she'll take half. So she'll take 26 lightning damage.
Oh,
You guys are going to
what?
take 53.
Jeez.
Ow!
Yeah. Don't we have those like cloaks? Right. What was
Lightning
those?
resist. Did anybody attune to theirs?
Yeah, I did. I have mine on.
Alright, so then you're
Yeah.
halved. Then you only take 26.
I
Oh my
would
god, I
have,
should have
yes.
taken half from the other one too.
Gotta
Mhm.
remember your items, y'all.
It's okay.
Like I would have.
It's okay. Half dead on the floor.
Adelante, it is now your turn.
Yeah, it is
There are
my
a bunch of injured people.
Yeah,
Turn
I'm
around
gonna.
you.
Are
Don't
you
worry.
Oh.
okay?
I'm steaming. I have superpowers now.
Mr.
We'll
Oh,
do-
Plot of
we'll
Misfits, such a
do.
good show.
We'll do mass cure wounds.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so we'll.
Whoops are you
that.
selecting for these heals?
Let's see. Leona, Mage. Who else looks like they really need it?
I mean,
Um,
Molly and Zeren were both hit by lightning strikes, and Ruin
how many-
is bleeding profusely.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can do 6 people. So
Yeah.
basically, you have to choose between Ku and the horse.
I look completely
Ah,
unarmed.
the horse. The horse. Who doesn't even look hurt? The horse, and then the rest.
All right.
I'm sure that'll
well,
change
yeah, I'm just gonna
drastically
keep
in
it
one
fit.
move.
Yeah.
All right. 22 healing.
Does that go for me too, or is that not count?
If you include yourself in the however many people.
Yeah, 1, 2. Ah, no, I don't
Up
include
to
myself.
6.
The horse can.
If you want to heal yourself instead of the horse, go for
1,
it.
2,
No, the horse can get it,
3,
'cause that thing is
4,
focusing on
5,
him.
6. Yeah, if you include yourself, it's between you and Caitlin if the horse is getting it.
The horse can get it instead of me. It's fine. I'll be fine.
Alrighty. Is that
Then
gonna
I'm
be
going to no. I'm gonna move to this one over here. I think that's. Yeah, I can get there.
Okay.
Then I'm good.
Okay, we'll go then to Zeren.
I will. I would be like, Zara would be like, come on, we just want to talk. And then